Right, back. Cut that. Cut this piece down to 50.5. Measured halfway, 25.25. Put a line. My template for my bends is this thing. And you can see the line down the middle. Small clamp. Hang on, where's the video going? Oh, you all got him. Do him up nice and tight, make sure he's flush. Literally bend both sides simultaneously. Then my big clamps. I try and get it, can you see, I try and get the clamp so it's literally right on the edge of where I've actually had the block trimmed. So, takes a bit of pushing, but screw him in, so he's nice and tight. Line him up. And realistically now, tack weld in. This side you can't see. Hang on, let me turn you around a bit. He's a bit longer, but it's alright because we can trim him off. I'd rather have him slightly longer than too short. If he's back here, then obviously the fire, you either got to put a small piece in or you're going to make a smaller fire. Right, line that side up. Get the weld good. When I start welding, I always weld from about, I give myself an inch at the back because the back plate's got to go in. So we'll go always look to make sure you're getting penetration through, which I am. And then from that end sorry about that, plasma cutter runs on air and the compressor's got a leak, like everything in mine. Don't worry too much about this side because obviously that bends, so you can alter everything to bring it out to where it is. That's the main piece that we wanted, which we've now got, so that's the fixed point. Just make sure that we are level at that end because you can still bend this in and out so it'll still go. You can leave a little bit of an overlap because when you put the back, when you get it ready, you can put a clamp on there and a clamp on there and pull that in. It just makes the corners more acute. But a little bit of And if it lifts a bit, my favourite tool. Obviously, the closer you can get the edges done, you can't see nothing up there. Hang on. Ooh. The closer you can get it to the edge, obviously all this is going to be ground off to flat and round the edge off so there's no sharp edges. Well, that's the plan anyway. So, knock you back up there. I have got plastic clamps, but there's the one I want. These are good, but the plastic bit in there gives up, so because they come like that. So obviously, as you pump him, he pulls him in. What I've done with this one, I've reversed it. So instead of that, you do it that way, and it separates it. So if I put him in and then push him out to there, I can push that out, which will hold that. This corner I want flush. After doing all that, I need the gun. So, put him back on here. Got a few welds on it. And that's up to that. I'll keep the gun over here. Take that one back out, so I don't need that one now. That one can come off. Be careful now, because it's still hot. A lot of what I'm doing with the plasma cutter you can do with discs if you're only making a few. Unfortunately, the kind I make, it saves me a lot of discs and a lot of time. And I think the battery's going to run out, so you'll be going off in a minute, and I'll re-put the battery in. The batteries say they last longer, but they don't. There we go. Like I said, you just get yourself a piece of oak. Well, this is oak, but this is a piece that I had curved off, so it gives me the shape to bend to. You don't need all these posh pieces of equipment. Right. You can't see that. Look, let me turn you up, put a new battery, and I'll bring you back because this is going to pack up otherwise. Right, battery's changed. It says I've got an hour and 16 minutes. You will have to disappear. So if you can see, but now there's a gap at this end, which is what I was telling you about. This tube. See, the gap is now closed. Just check the back for level. Needs to go in a bit more in there. Right, we're all right to that point. So what we'll do is we'll put a tack in here. Release the pressure, move it across a bit. Pull that back in. Again, always checking the back to make sure, see that piece there. That's level in that far corner, even though he's too far in here, but I'll put a tack in there and then release the pressure. Reposition. Isn't much, but it's enough. And then this one. That can now come off. There's a gap here. There's a gap there. This will pull in. Tell I got good motion here. Swearing at me from outside. The gap's now gone. So I'll get welder into there. Move the clamp. Happy with it. Fill in the weld. Well, you don't want to watch me do this, so I'll turn you off and I'll bring you back when I've got this bit done. Right, that's it. She's all welded inside now. So, to work on the back part. Oh, wrong way. The piece that I've cut this out of, if I can ever get you up there. Right. The piece I cut the 50 odd out of now, I'll use that to do this. This is where you've got to be careful because this edge is bowed out, bowed in and bowed everywhere, so before I put that back in there, hang on, it's too far. Mark the bottom because the bottom's the closest. again the plasma cutter, trim this off, and then I'll bring you back when we're putting it in place. Right, trimmed off, caught him a little bit on there with the plasma cutter. I didn't have him hanging over far enough, but it's not that noticeable, not when I put the grinder on it anyway. So that piece then needs to go in there. I'll stick that in there like that. Hang on. Take the pressure off that and hold it in itself. And it's just a case of trying to get it somewhere near level, seeing as this is where you're going to be hanging your door. Yeah, it's a bit khaki, so clean it up. If you're not happy with it, keep playing with it till you are. We'll keep it in place for me. Take that back out. Remembering it's still hot. Obviously now we'll in again. Now got to weld along there and up these two. I always do the bottom one first. So put a tap in the middle. Somebody playing around with an old van lead. Right. Right, I'll finish off the welding of this and bring you back.